Hi, my name is Jaime Barbosa, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about my life and my walk that I have with the Lord, and where He's helped in the areas that He's helped me pull me out of darkness, fortified my and made my relationship with my wife strong. As a small boy, I was raised Catholic, mostly Catholic, and you know, as I grew up little by little, I started realizing that Catholic wasn't for me. It's just, how can I say it without sounding too? It was just almost like a routine. I already knew what was expected whenever the ceremony was the word was over, and it's just, I didn't feel closer to God. I basically, they basically painted a picture for me that God was always watching you, and it was a wrathful God that, be careful what you do because He's always watching you. He's out to get you. It just didn't paint a good picture for me, for God for me. As I grew up, I got into drinking. Never drugs, just one time, but I didn't like it, and it wasn't for me. But drinking, that was more of me. I could kill a 30 pack by myself. I'm not proud to say it, but drinking was pretty bad for me. I did it at a young age, so. But it never got to the point where it just consumed my life. It's just more of a social drinking on the weekends. Where we going? Let's go party. Drinking was an issue for me at a younger age. I've been married once already. That marriage didn't last that long. We got married at the beginning of the year, and by the end of the same year, there was infidelity in my relationship on her behalf. You could say I was ready to settle down, but she wasn't ready. We split it. We split, in good terms. We have a son, my 17-year-old, amazing kid, and I'm blessed that I have him in my life. But that's the only communication I have with my ex-wife. I'm married again. I have two beautiful kids. And the Lord again has blessed me with that. In this marriage, again there was infidelity on her part. But this time, I started seeing the telltale signs of, just a wedge being wedged between me and my wife and our relationship. But I was too blind to see it. I thought it was just, it's gonna go away. But it didn't. There was infidelity, and when my first marriage, it was. It never crossed my mind that we were going to work things out. I knew it was over. It was over. There was no feelings there. It was just, But with my second marriage, never did it cross in my mind you're gonna leave her. You're gonna walk away from this situation because it's not for you. But I guess even before I met Christ, even before I gave my life to Him, He was already working in me. Trying to prepare me for what was to come ahead, and being the seeing that she was going to help me she was going to be part of that, answer to pull me from this dark hole that I was going to fall in the following years. I guess He knew that she was going to be a big part of my life in that. So we worked our differences out, and I thank God that, I didn't walk away from this relationship because, we have our beautiful son that, came out of that, and I'm grateful for that. I'm blessed with it. But we worked our marriages out, and I'm gonna say a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I fell into this real deep depression, panic mode. And I tell a lot of my friends, I don't even wish that upon my worst enemy. It's just a dark, long, deep hole that you just can't dig yourself out of. You try your best, and you think you're accomplishing it. You see the light, and then all of a sudden everything just collapses. If you've been out there, you know what I'm talking about. And just a panic mode. Me and my wife and my kids would be in Walmart, grocery shopping, and I'll be fine, and then just like that, boom, I'd see people moving too fast for me, and I go straight into panic. I tell my wife, I can't be here. I gotta go. We gotta go. And there'd be sometimes we leave buggies full of clothes at the store. It's just, it was scary for me. It was scary. You're frightening. I don't know what was going on. And again, this is before, this is before I met Christ. And I was a praying man. My mom, that's one thing my mom taught me. Pray to Him. Pray. He will answer your prayer, but just pray. And then I would pray. But again, I still had that mentality of me being Catholic, that He's always looking out. He's always looking for the worst in you. He's always going to point that out. And I never knew that He was going to answer my prayers, because I always, the shame of drinking, doing other stuff that I wasn't supposed to, just kept me from actually really diving into my prayer, asking God for help. And it just, I remember one time, and by this time, I hadn't given my life to Christ, but we were going to a church where they were teaching me a little about God's not like that. God's a loving God. He loves you no matter what. All the wrongs that you've done, He forgives it. He loves you. All He wants to do is have an intimate relationship with Him. We started going to the church called the Mission Church. And I find myself one day crying in the room on the floor. I'm just sobbing like a baby, like a child, crying to God and asking Him, God, where is this love that I hear that you have for me? I'm never doubting, but where's this love that you have for me? I need it right now. I need you to come through for me. And my wife is, crying there with me, just trying to console me, trying to help me figure out what's going on with my life. So I'm praying to God, and I'm just wholeheartedly praying to Him. And then, my kids are playing in the living room, and me and my wife are in the bedroom, and I'm praying to Him, calling out. And my little girl just pops in her head and says, Daddy, I just want to say, I love you. And as soon as I heard that from my daughter, I stopped crying. I looked at my wife. My wife looks at me, and she tells me, there's your answer from God. And I was like, okay. That's a confirmation that you still love me, that you haven't abandoned me. About a week later, 2 weeks later, I'm still struggling, but not as bad, because I already heard Him say He loves me. I'm driving to Walmart. My kids are in the background, being kids, being loud, laughing, arguing, and my wife is, talking to me. The radio's going on. Just the busyness of the world is just all around us, And I'm just talking to Him, trying to see if He answers me again. And an amazing thing is He did. He came through again for me, and I'm like, God, I want some more of that. What you told me. And I'm not thinking about it, but all of a sudden my mind goes clear, and He spoke and He said, love. And I was like, love? He goes, love. You dig into my love, and it will conquer all. You dig into my love, and it will vanquish anything. You tell anybody, and they just dig into my love, and everything will be okay. His love will conquer all. And I got better with Him. I give Him all the praise and all the glory, because He pulled me through from that dark. He literally put His hand in that hole, and He yanked me out to be a better man. After that, I did give myself to the Lord. I finally said, okay, God, I'm yours. I got baptized. I'm a new man. Yes, we still have our struggles, but the closer you get to Him, the more He's going to shower with you with His love, with His presence, with His blessings. He won't forget you. He's not forsaking you. For those that think that God is just this God that just, He's not. He loves His children no matter what. He's not going to abandon. He's not going to give us too much that we can't handle. He's not like that. He wants us to succeed with Him. And it's a beautiful thing that He's done for me and my wife. He's helped us. He's poured blessings upon us, unimaginable blessings that we didn't think we're capable of. He's blessed us with our new home. He's blessed us with our health, jobs, jobs that we love, and again, I mean, I just recently went to a men's trip where, it wasn't my love, it was his love. Because if once you have this encounter with God, he takes your love out and he replaces it with his love. When you have that love in you, oh my God, it's addictive. It's just overwhelming, and you can sense it. People have told me, or I've heard people say that when you have his love in you, it's an unstoppable feeling that you just drawn to it. And that's what I want from everybody who's watching this video, to just understand that it's a beautiful thing to have God's love. It's a better high out there than anything out there that man-made or natural. It's a better high. I went to Fort Worth, I experienced it. I shared my love. Me and a couple of guys shared our love to the homeless, to the people that actually think they're forgotten. They're forgotten. God's abandoned them. When we showed up there, we shared not our love but his love. And yeah, that's what he's done in my life. And if he can do it in my life, and he can pull me from that darkness, I know he can do miracles on your life. So what I leave you with today here is, don't give up on him, because he hasn't given up on you. And he's never going to give up on you. And all he wants from you is just to come to him with your need, your problems, laid at his feet, and just be still and let him know that he's God. He has control of everything. All he wants you to say is you know what? I can't do it no more, God. Here I am. Lead me. And he will lead you. He will lead you to places you've never imagined. He will pull you from anything that you're struggling with, and he will give you peace of mind.